Hi, I see that I'm live and I'm going to give this a go. Usually I do it on Facebook and I'm learning how to do it on this YouTube channel. So just bear with me. Okay, so what can I tell you? Usually when I do channeling or receive channeling or guidance from my guides, what happens is they give me a message and then I start typing it all out. And then once it's all typed, then I read it to you guys. Or else they wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the usual trick, 3 o'clock in the morning. And they give me messages. And then usually I think I'm going to remember them. And then I don't write it down. But now I've learned I don't remember. So if I do wake up at 3 in the morning, then I write them down. And then I share it with you guys. But today they did it very differently. I was having a dream about having an incarnation, and they started showing me what it is to have an incarnation, and then they woke me up, and I was still so dozy and sleepy. It was about 5:30 in the morning, and I thought, I've got to find a pen and a pad and start writing this stuff. And then it's like they went, no, get your voice memo and actually just speak into it. So I got my phone on, pressed voice memo, switched off the light, and they just started channeling through me. So I'm not technical enough to know how to transfer the voice memo to you guys exactly as it came. So now I sat down this morning at 6 o'clock this morning and started writing it all down word for word. And now I'm going to read it to you. So if any of you know how to transfer a voice memo onto my YouTube channel, I'd love to hear. Okay, let's go. So what they want to speak about today is your fractal and discovering yourself. And they called it self-discovery. And it was so interesting because you hear that all the time about being true to yourself. But really, what does it mean? Okay. So this is the first time my guides, call it my team, have woken me up and nudged me to do a voice recording. I've just had the most beautiful dream, and it's about the discovery of the self-discovery, and what it is to actually have an incarnation. It's about the meat suit and the interaction of your fractal. They showed me how you expand, how we expand. What is expansion all about? The expansion is through the interaction with you and the meat suit. So, for example, you dress the meat suit, and depending on what you wear, it gives you a certain emotion. And then you feel a certain way. You experience food, and you see what you like and what you don't like. You see what this particular fractal likes. You have music, and you feel grass under your feet. Or do you prefer the desert? And do you love the sea? Or is it the mountains? And if you do flower arranging or have flowers in your house, do you prefer them to be formal? Or do you like little bunches of fresh posies? Do you like walking under the moonlight? Do you prefer to be by yourself when you do things or with others? What kind of films do you like? Do you like to travel? What is the self, that fractal here to experience? And the old saying, they say, is know. Know thyself, know thy fractal. So this fractal that decided to come and actually have this experience called you is on a particular color, a ray of light, and it's vibrating at a certain speed, velocity. And that velocity, that speed, that vibration, that color will be completely different to another fractal, to those other beings that you know, and also completely different to another fractal that you have experienced or are experiencing. So really, what you are doing is you are experiencing energy and energy output, and everything that output can handle. How far can you push it? And what actually upsets the energy? What distorts your energy? What keeps your energy or the engine running smoothly? And what gives it hiccups? What takes you or your energy off balance, off its frequency? And the absolute fun and utter joy when you meet another energy output that you can keep up with your vibration, or rather that can keep up with your vibration, keep up with your energy. It's the interaction between the energy outputs, which is a true convergence of harmony and sound and light. It is a harmonic convergence. So I'm now being shown the picture of, if you want to call it God, with all the tiny cells in God's entire organism. And each cell, which is a soul, which is you, is vibrating at a different frequency. And he or it or source is balancing all those different frequency that they are holding, that it is holding. Wow. Let me tell you, it is beautiful music. You've been given a chance. You've been given an opportunity to be a fractal, to be a slither of light and life, a slither of color, a slither of energy and vibration. So what are you doing with it? What are you doing with your slither? What are you experiencing? What makes you literally hum? And the way that you treat your meat suit, your 3D body, is it allowing you to be all that you can be? Or should we be putting it the other way around? You have been gifted the host that is hosting you through this life, called a meat suit, called a body, a 3D body. Are you restricting your fractal, your energy, through the way that you're actually treating your body, your host? Or are you having what is termed a symbiotic relationship? Are you so well balanced? How has your energy output settled within the host? Is it streamlined? Is it smooth? And is it functioning? Or have you not learned how to drive the energy? Are you still a learner driver, creating lots and lots of wobbles and crashes? So, all the lessons that you learn, let's call it driving lessons, for the fractal that you are. When are you going to sit down and think about what is the best way to have a smoother journey ahead? Are you going to spend most of your time at the mechanic, at the doctor? Or are you going to look at your host, your 3D body, the meat suit, and realize that you are constantly crashing and bumping? The meat suit is not actually going to be very durable or strong or be able to carry you in a fashion for you to experience the best energy output that you can. And to run that vehicle, that meat suit, that host, what kind of petrol are you putting into it? What food are you giving your self, the self, your fractal? What have you discovered that makes this host, this 3D body work for you? So you have to work for the host in order for the host to actually work for you. This is a very exciting time to be able to be like a well-fitting glove on a beautiful hand, being able to move as one and have protection. Your meat suit, your body, shows the world your expression. Your energy output, what are you actually putting out? Because they say whatever you put out is then what you're going to receive. So if you are putting out beautiful energy and you're putting it into your meat suit, you're going to receive the most fantastic energy back, which allows you to go on all your adventures, whether it's walking on the beach, at midnight, traveling, eating gorgeous food, creating visions, painting, making music, building a home, a family, or being strong enough to actually give birth to another fractal. So there's much to ponder on with this lesson today. Enjoy your energy output. Enjoy the expansion of being part of the all that is in this harmonic convergence. So guys, they showed me, let's just call it God. And all of us living in God, on God, through God, and God then living through us, experiencing everything and expanding. And because all of us have color, all of us are light, and all of us are sound and vibration, we are actually literally an orchestra. I mean, the music is phenomenal. So it's sort of like, what music are you creating for yourself in your life? And the others that you interact with, are you creating a beautiful song with them? Or is it total discord? Are you honoring this host, this body, and treating it the way it should be treated? Because if you don't treat it well, how are you going to then go on all your adventures and do everything that you want to do? So we come back to being true to yourself. So what is it to be true? Honest, no deceit, and self. So are you being honest with your 3D, with your meat suit? Or are you lying to yourself? Are you putting off every day something that you know you should be doing? Are you having too many coffees? Are you drinking too little water? Are you not having enough sleep? Are you not giving yourself enough pleasure? Is there discord in your life with the other relationships that then actually affect your meat suit, that cause all the little organisms within you not to flow smoothly? So everything is about being conscious, meaning awake and aware of how you function to your best potential, what it is that you wish to actually gain and get out of this life. What is it that you wish to experience? Are you standing in your own way? Are you blocking yourself? And usually when you block yourself, it's because you've been led to believe that you don't have worth. You're not worthy. But the reason that we're here having this adventure at this particular time is because we are worthy. We were chosen out of all the star seeds. Our star-seeded lineage sent us here at this particular time to have this interaction with the earth, with Gaia, because she is ascending, and as she ascends, we ascend with her. We are having an ascension. But how can you ascend if you haven't even done that with your own self, with your own meat suit? So I'd like you, when you listen to this, for yourselves, you can or you can't do it, depending on how you feel. I mean, there's no right or wrong, as they say. There's only the long way or the short way. So what do you choose? Do you choose, once again, to be a heavy traveler or a light traveler? How light is your meat suit? So if you are being dragged around with your meat suit and you are carrying excess baggage, you are actually too heavy. It's usually because you're carrying heavy thoughts, and the only person that can stop you from carrying those heavy thoughts is yourself. So you've got to say to yourself, I am enough. I'm good enough. Because the all that is gave me a chance to have this expansion. If I wasn't good enough, I wouldn't have been chosen. So you are fabulous. You're actually here. So what is it that you want to do? Do you want to be a housewife? Do you want to be a business person? Do you want to be a house husband? Do you want to be an athlete, a painter? Do you want to be like me and just chat and share the things that you receive? A writer, a gardener. There's so many things that we can be. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the garbage guy, the plumber, the electrician, the builder, the IT designer. We need every little harmony in our orchestra so that we can all play beautiful music together. So just try and work a little bit on yourself every day. Look at your body. Go and have a look at it. Close the door when nobody's looking. Have a good old look and see what you've done to yourself. Have you loved yourself? Have you looked after yourself? The actual self, both the spiritual self and the physical self. You know, the earth is hosting us all. So we are all little vibrations on the earth, and she's having to harmonize and hold all our frequencies. And what are we doing? We're holding this one frequency of who we are. And then we balance the other frequencies that come towards us. So not all those that come towards you are going to create beautiful music, but it's up to you whether you're going to turn on the radio or turn the radio off or on. So, for example, if somebody comes and their music is discordant, meaning their vibration, and it's not what you want to hear, walk away. Because you've got to say to yourself, what I'm choosing to think, say, act, express, eat, drink, flow, is it actually working for my expansion? Is it complementary to my 3D meat suit? So that's the message that I was given this morning. And hopefully we're going to get many more. So thanks, chaps, for listening to this. I'm going to share it. I'll try and share it with my other platforms. And let's see what else comes through. But all the best to all of you, and thanks for listening. Cheers.